We are live!
And how are you today?
So we're out in the woods here at outside Perthshire,
Yeah.
Findlegask.
Got a nice natural corridor coming through the trees there. Perfect spot for a wee live feed. Still got my hat on, I've got my top off, got my hat on.
You can leave your hat on. Who's on there? Fountain Chain first. Hey!
Fountain Chain, that's a new name.
Yeah.
Are you new to the channel? Have you subscribed? Don't start that again.
Let's get to 60,000 or 30,000 on Facebook. Right?
Fernando's on, and the Dan clan as well. Hey!
Man, they must just be waiting for it to...
Clarissa, they must just have their phones on them.
Yeah.
Bing! Kilted coaches are live.
So today we are going to talk about what is more important for weight loss, diet or exercise.
Yeah, this is a very commonly asked, frequently asked.
Yes, that's right, yep.
What the fuck?
And the thing is, it's out there, there's a lot of diet plans that's all about the weight loss in terms of like, there's no exercise included. It's like, drink this shake or follow this routine. Sometimes there's little or no mention of exercise.
It's often the biggest companies in the world, the biggest weight loss companies in the world. It's all about diet, 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 diet. And it can have a good effect. And you often see, they often highlight the best cases, the people who have lost the most weight. But they will miss out the exercise element, and it's detrimental to long-term progress, for long-term health and well-being. You want to be thinking about you when you're an old age pensioner. You know, how fit are you, how healthy are you? That's often going to come from exercise as well as diet.
And I suppose the counter to these diet plans, or the companies that promote diet only, are probably boot camps. They seem to promote the exercise only, don't they?
Yeah, I guess so,
That's the kind of flip side to it, isn't it? They're like, come here, work your bum off, lose weight.
Yeah, they do. But our philosophy is you'll never out-exercise a bad diet. And that's a quote that you've probably heard many, many times before. But when you start thinking about the fundamentals of it, you think, okay, well, how often are you eating? Chances are, majority of people watching this right now, you will be eating 3 times per day. Sometimes people will eat twice, some people will eat 4, sometimes even 5. But generally speaking, you'll be eating 3 times per day, whereas you might only exercise 3 times per week. So you have to really look at the full picture and say, right, is it one or the other? Or is it both? And if you had to choose one, then I'd be very keen for you to look at your diet, making sure that when you're eating 3 times per day, what are you putting into your body and what is it going to do for you?
Well, it's the classic one, isn't it? When people talk about weight loss, they say your training is really only 25 to 30% of your progress. The rest, the other 70%, is your diet, rest, recovery, that kind of thing. So, but when we were discussing this on the way up, you were saying, is someone holding a gun to your head?
Yeah.
You could choose diet or exercise.
Now,
pick one.
Now this really is a what the fuck? I mean, it is a frequently asked question, but it deserves that title, what the fuck, because nobody's forcing you to choose one or the other. Have both. Like, there's no reason that you can't have both. Putting emphasis on one or the other is actually just going to take emphasis away from the other. So focus on both. Develop a complete lifestyle of, you know, regular. People hate the word exercise. Like, oh no, I could never exercise. Hate going to the gym. But the gym is just a tool that you can use to get your body being more active. Fundamentally, what we're looking for is for your muscles to be worked in as functional way as possible. Getting tension through the bones, the joints and the tendons and ligaments. Get your body moving the way designed to be moved. Whether you believe in creation or evolution, you can't argue that your body is meant to move. It's meant to be worked in as many different angles as possible. Therefore, get your body working. But to say that that's more important than exercise or vice versa is just absolutely silly.
What you have to take into account, let's just imagine for 1 second you went down the route of exercise only. So you did exercise only. Now you get very fit. Your heart and lungs are good, blood flow would be good. You'd be strong, your muscles would get tight, but would you necessarily be absolutely lean. There's a lot of athletes out there that are fit as fiddles, or a fiddler, or whatever you say it, right? But they carry excess body fat, and it's because they're not trying to burn the fat off, they're trying to get fit. Now take the flip side to this, right? So you only focus on diet, don't do any exercise, then you might get slim. But your lean muscle mass will not be there because you've not been exercising the muscles, and muscles are use them or lose them. So long term, you might have that very thin figure you've been craving, but it's soft.
There's a difference between being light and being lean. Okay, there's maybe a whole mindset principle in that.
I like it, mate.
Light or lean.
You saw it here first, light or lean.
There's a difference between being light and being lean. I've seen people who are, very, very light. You're talking, females at 50, 60 kilograms. You're talking males at maybe same weight sometimes, really, really light. But actually, leanness, Rab and I are probably leaner than these people in terms of, because we've got more muscle mass, and it's all to do with the muscle to fat ratio, if you're at all interested in being fit and healthy.
So our message, or the answer to this one, is simple, is that you can't just go one or the other. You have to, I'm loving this term at the moment, marry them both together.
There you go.
This is still, we've got to thank...
one way or another.
Who's our Glenlivet tour girl name again?
Kirsty.
Kirsty, we thank Kirsty from the Glenlivet tour.
It's a marrying of casks.
Yes, it's the marrying of diet and exercise that's going to get you the best results.
So fundamentally what we're looking at is you need a complete holistic approach to your entire life. Don't think for a second that, exercise is more important or nutrition is more important than another. They're both, say, some people would say it's, it's 70% diet or 30% exercise, and you could look at it and say, well, maybe it is because you're eating 3 times per day and you're exercising 3 times per week, but there's nothing wrong with saying it's 100% of both. Look at each individual component of your life and say, right, what can I improve on today? Whether it be exercise, nutrition, sleep patterns, stress levels, just your daily actions, your daily accountability, even the mindset principles in your head, the positivity, high energy principles. Just keep everything moving forward and look to make progress.
Now I'm just going to do something now because I'm looking at the cameras here and it looks like we've used the green screen, so I'm just going to prove this is real.
You're going to run into the green screen. Watch your head on that green screen, mate. Oh. It actually does look pretty nice, right? The wifey's watching. Hello, darling.
Just to really, that's a proper ball thing, right?
See these effects that we can create with the green screens nowadays. Absolutely amazing. There we are.
That trick worked, right?
Yeah. They believed you, mate. They believed you.
Yeah, it does look pretty idyllic, doesn't it? Cheryl's on. Good morning. Good morning, afternoon. Make up your mind, Cheryl.
Well, it must be morning for
Cheryl,
afternoon for us.
Cheryl, you forgot your y'all.
Holodeck? What's a holodeck?
The holodeck from Star Trek, actually.
From I was thinking Red Dwarf.
Oh, they nicked it from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. The holodeck. It's so beautiful. Yeah. Now this is the exact spot. We did a mindset called "Stand Up and Be Proud." Is it stand tall and be proud?
Stand tall, be proud.
And where your cameras are now is where the cameras were, and we walked that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, that's where we were sat initially when we were doing the lesson.
Whoa, that does look like a green screen. Well, I've just proved it's not.
Yes.
It's morning here, y'all. Good for you, Cheryl.
Hey, guys.
Jim Walters, hey, Jim.
Frank, just before 9 a.m. in South Central Texas.
You've got to say y'all as well then, Frank.
Yeah, definitely is. 8 a.m. here. Amber. Hi, Amber. How we doing?
Emma Bryce, very helpful, guys. Thank you. You're very welcome, Emma. Guess what? Slept tonight.
Hey,
woo, Paulina!
Woo!
So Paulina's been struggling with her sleep recently.
Can everyone put 3 Zs on the comments, especially for Paulina?
3 Zs for Paulina, please.
3 Zs, come on.
Anne Sawyers is watching.
Anne's just jumped from YouTube onto Facebook.
Yeah, there's 2 Annes. Nah, Anne, actually, I cannot wait to showcase Anne's progress. Did you see Anne's pictures?
Yes, yeah.
The thing is, Anne's a classic example of stepping on the scales, not losing weight, but shrinking, but panicking because the scales aren't doing as they're told.
Yeah.
And the pictures that she sent us, which is going to be on Saturday's episode, very clearly show...
You're getting results.
Oh, both sides, like side and front was shrunk, so well done, Anne, very well done.
We're showing the pictures of her in her Wonder Woman pants.
Has she got a picture? Oh yeah, well, we'll do that too, just for the crack.
Just for the crack, not that type of crack.
No, that kind of crack, like laughing crack.
They weren't short shorts, they were just
Hello from San Diego.
Hey, San Diego. Do you know what San Diego is?
Whale's vagina.
Oh, the Zeds are still coming for Paulina.
Loving it.
Keep the Zeds coming, guys. Well done, Paulina. Really proud of you for sleeping. Well done for closing your eyes and doing nothing.
Brilliant. Everybody's giving the zzz. Well done.
Anne's jumped back over again. Anne's got, remember, she's got her multi-screen, hasn't she?
Oh, that's right.
She's like plotting to take over the world.
Looks like you guys got a fine day raining in the Dean. It's raining here, Peter. That's why we're hiding in the woods.
It was actually hailstones about 30 minutes ago.
Right.
The hailstone just battering down. So we came to the woods because we wanted to get our tops off.
Cynthia, hello. Stop working and look. Well, hello to Cynthia. Wherever you are, stop working. All working, no play.
Is she maybe tagged in it? I don't know.
Maybe she tried to tag, but can't really tag. I don't think you can tag in a
On a live
stream
sure.
thing. No.
I'm Supergirl. You can go from Facebook to YouTube in a blink of an eye. Faster than a speeding
You've got
boat.
an itchy bottom, probably. We're getting eaten alive here
I
as
actually
always.
do have an itchy bottom.
You are, Anne. They're just commenting, Anne.
Yeah.
So how's everybody's week going? What are we on Thursday, aren't we?
We're on Thursday. Actually, we were enticed, or what the word I'm looking for, with a pint of Guinness. Encouraged? That's the word I'm looking for. We're encouraged to have a pint of Guinness about, again, 30 minutes ago when we were at Harvester. And we said, no, we have got some live feeds to do.
Joey's on.
Hey!
Joey Gallon. Eris was on, I saw that.
And Joe Byers is on.
Joe Byers is saying, no
Hey.
smoke, clear air today, happy day. I
Happy
can't believe
days.
that, when he was screenshotting
Yeah.
the air quality. I mean, we just take it for granted here, don't we?
Yeah. Somebody's asking, can we get a guest spot in Still Game? Now, I think, I don't know if you're
Somebody
the same.
commented that.
Yeah, because I replied to guest spot. Yeah, Mark, I don't know if it's the same person or not. But no, we would love to be on Still Game. It'd be absolutely awesome. Even if it was just, you know, the wee Ned's coming to steal from the shop or something.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Peter Smith on Facebook saying, does Rab shake like a dog when he gets wet? It's like the truffle shuffle. Ooh! Do you remember the truffle shuffle?
Yeah, yeah.
Brilliant.
Joey.
Joey. Everybody loves Joey. Where's Joey? My favourite big smiles. Joey's on Facebook at the moment. Fernando.
Yeah, jump over to Facebook if you want to speak to Joey. It's funny, we're actually saying that Anne's got her multi-screens, but we've got our multi-screens as well. And we're in the woods.
Yeah. We're at the Kilted Coaches headquarters here. Deep in the woods.
We should try and get another phone and go live to Instagram as well. That would be cool, right? Have like 3 different phones and 3 different conversations going.
Cockeyed then, right? Like,
Yeah, that'd challenge Anne. See if you can do all 3 at the same time.
Yeah. Is Anne on? Anne, are you on Instagram?
Have you got one hand on YouTube and then one hand on Facebook? So you have an Instagram as well in the middle. You can just use your movies. I'm coming with my movies.
Oh, brilliant. Rab definitely has a carpet now. Quincy got consumed. This is Quincy Mark II and he's back with a vengeance. He'll get thicker now and getting into winter.
I've still got my whiskers.
Hello from Colorado, Chris Topher. Hello, Chris.
Chris Topher.
Clarissa's saying Quincy with a heart. Good old Quince.
Right, does anybody have any more facts?
Please do again. The shaky. Thanks, guy. Portland, Oregon. Just awake. Work. Calls. Love the scenery. From
Nice.
Connie. I quite like that name, Connie, actually.
That is nice. And Emma tips on core strength.
Ooh.
So this is an interesting question because a lot of people will just do crunches and they'll say, "Oh, I'm working my core today." Like, you're working on maybe a bit of your core, but you need to be as versatile as you can and vary the positions, angles, movements, and sometimes it's something as simple as, you know, doing your bigger movements like your squats and your deadlifts.
Yeah, because that's more core strength, whereas your planks are more core endurance in a sense.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. So it depends on what you mean by core, and what you're looking to aim. A lot of people say, I need to work on my core more because I want to get rid of the belly fat around the midsection. Like, well, having a stronger core is not really going to make that fat go away. You want to be focusing on your big compound movements and get as much energy out of your exercise as possible. When people do crunches, for instance, to try and get rid of the belly fat, you burn a little bit of calories, but not that much. So you want to be focused on the whole question about today. Focus more on your diet, making sure you get nice healthy foods in, so your body's got the ability to burn more that.
Tina Wilson is saying hi from Australia.
Hey,
I always forget
Hi,
time difference.
Tina.
It must be 12 hours ahead, right?
they must be
Planks
on.
are
Yeah.
torture. Libby peas. Yep, you're not wrong.
So is it 3 in the morning in Australia then? What time is it in Australia?
Yeah, you must be up late. Is it 12 hours ahead? or
Hello,
9
studs
hours
from Baltimore, Maryland.
ahead? Oh, yeah.
What's your opinion about intermittent fasting? Fasting for 16 hours and eat for 8. So the 16-8 diet, we've done a few live feeds on this. Or
Well, actually, this week's lessons on our Everleen programme is all about fasting
is it
as
fasting?
well.
Yeah. So we're going to give a quick little answer here. It has huge benefits. It can be very beneficial for fat loss if used properly.
Yeah.
A lot of people pick a principle like the 16-8 diet and say, right, I'm on the 16-8 diet, and they'll just go balls deep into this principle when they're, although you might be fasting for 16 hours and eating for 8, some people just think about those principles and they don't actually think about what they are eating during that 8-hour period. So on our Everleen programme, we do actually introduce fasting as a tool, but before we get there, there is 5 weeks worth of nutrition building things up so that you're in a nice healthy stage that you can go into something like fasting. So that's their opinion.
Tina's saying it's midnight in Australia.
Midnight.
And someone else asked tips for lower back pain. Now, I have to do a lot of stretches for lower back because I injured it a while back. Some of the best things for lower back pain, stretching off, first of all, hip flexors, your glutes, okay? There's basic movements I can show you here. If you can see it, you see it? So hip flexors, a good one for the glutes, you bring the leg across. Can you see that still coming forward?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Ow.
Yeah, a lot of the time lower back pain comes from tight hip flexors because we spend most of our time in a seated position. When you're, whether you're at your desk or on your sofa or driving your car, your legs are all in this position, so hip flexors become very, very tight. When you're standing up, that then pulls everything like this, which then creates a very tight lower back. So we want to then stretch the hip flexors out so that we can get a bit of a thrust moving.
The other thing to look at, which I did have to look at, was the softness of your mattress. If your mattress is too soft, depending on how your weight is distributed around your body when you're sleeping, I realised I ended up lying on my front when I was sleeping, so then my back was arched up all night. I was waking up with a sore back. So it's adjusting the way you sleep with the correct mattress. That's another thing to look into. Try and analyse when your back is at its worst.
When you think about it, whatever position that you're in throughout the day that's causing, may or may not be causing certain problems. For instance, I just mentioned sitting. People do sit for a long period of time, but more often than not, it's not as long as you spend sleeping. So if you don't have a good position when you're sleeping, it's like it should be about 8 hours per day. So if you're in a bad position for 8, it's like a third of your life you're in a bad position, then it's going to cause problems. So yeah, like Rab said, one of the best things you can do is analyse your sleep position and make it better. And a point on stretching is actually the ideal time to stretch is just before you go to sleep, because it introduces or it releases growth hormone into certain muscles, and while you're sleeping your body recognises that you have just been in a different position, i.e. stretch, and it will start to change your body, change your muscle lengths to accommodate that. So stretch just before you go to sleep, mainly hip flexors.
You ever seen that movie While You Were Sleeping?
While you were sleeping, I can't say that I have.
It's an old movie, I think late 80s and 90s, but it's actually quite creepy.
Yeah.
They've done it as a romance movie. The guy gets, I think, hit by a car and he's in a coma. I'm sure it's like Sandra Bullock or something like that.
Oh, maybe
right?
I have actually, aye.
But then
She's a weirdo.
Yeah, but she befriends the family and it gets set up like
Yeah.
she convinces the family she's the guy's fiance and gets Wingles in. But like you're like, what the hell? If that was this day and age, you'd wake up and go, who the f are you?
Or if it'd been the other way, and it'd be like, you're creepy and you're going to jail. if it was a guy. If it was a guy saying, I'm our fiance. Yeah. I've been getting her changed, and it's like, no.
You know that game you can
because she was
play?
shaving them and stuff, wasn't she?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know that game you can play, and it's funny with Disney's movies. Like identify the Disney movie, and it'll say, for example, a man's looking for loses his disabled child, and blah blah blah. It goes on, but it's basically Finding Nemo.
Right. Okay.
You know.
Oh
yeah.
Well,
It's like that. Could you imagine you described that movie?
yeah. Exactly.
You'd be like, what the fuck?
So Jane Con is saying, I'm a runner and regular get tight hamstrings, and recently, today,
Right, but thigh muscle. Any tips on what to do regularly? Preferably not yoga. That is the utter worst. Jane, well, there is a video we did which was the lower back and hip flexibility stretch.
Yep, how to fix lower back pain.
Yep.
Do that. Basically, you need a little routine. So, although you're saying you know, yoga is the worst. Yoga is a set practice that it just calls itself yoga, but ultimately there's fundamental principles that actually we recommend that came around, I don't say before yoga, but ultimately it's just stretching muscles, and that's what yoga is. So if you want to do yoga, fine, but find out a series of stretches, i.e. the video that we did on lower back pain, and just set them into your daily routine. Just, you know, half an hour before bed, just say, right, it's my stretch routine, I'm going to get this done, and just set your to-do list to do it.
Now Tara's asking whose dog. We've got both our dogs
Both
here.
dogs.
There's Tilly and Nala. Nala's over there and Tilly's there. Nala's always exploring.
Stop.
I've just taught Nala a new trick which I'm very, very proud of. So basically, when she's in the house, I take her collar off because she's nicer to clap, and it's just kind of teaching her that she's in the house, she's in to stay. Our collar goes on when we're going out. So I've now taught her to fetch her collar. I'm like, go get your collar. She goes and gets it.
Do you know what I actually think we should do? I'm going to say this live on air now.
Oh, now you're committed. Are you sure you want to do this?
Well, imagine when you've got friends round and you're like, Tilly, go and get my beer. You
well-
got like, a box of beer at the back cupboard.
Yeah, well, I actually said, I joked with my client once upon a time when I first taught her to fetch her stick. I was like, next stage beer. And then I was thinking about how I was going to do
It'd be
that.
cool if you've got friends and you're like, watch this. Tilly, can we get my beer? And she comes back with a beer. Hey, where's the bottle opener?
Damn dog in the doghouse.
Okay, so Severo, I'm not too sure what. Oh,
Pesos de Mexico.
it's going to be Spanish, so we're not too sure what you're saying there.
George, you're from Mexico by the looks of it as well. Can you,
Translate.
yeah, can you translate for us, George?
George, how are you? Hey boys, any tips on waking up early? An alarm clock's usually good.
Going to bed early
Go
enough
to
and make
bed.
sure you get good enough sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, waking up early, often people will say, oh, I just can't wake up early. It's kind of like the whole fasting thing we just described. A lot of people will just go balls deep into like a principle and say, oh, I'm going to do this, and then they'll struggle and they'll become unhealthy.
Yeah.
If you just think, oh, I'm going to wake up early, you're going to struggle because you've got a natural, what's called a circadian rhythm. And if you're going to bed late, you're going to be waking up late. Therefore, if you want to be waking up early, then get to bed. Oh. Sorry about that, we're live again. So yeah, if you just try and wake up early, so switch off all electrical devices, stop using iPads and phones and everything else for a couple of hours before you want to go to bed, then get to bed early so you're still giving yourself this 8-hour window of sleep, and then you should be able to wake up early enough.
We also promote, drinking as much water as you can, or a certain target of water. So having a tumbler of water next to your bed, the minute you wake up, gulping some of that down helps to kind of get you up and get going even before you jump in the shower.
Definitely.
So, George is saying again, hi, I am from Mexico. Godo morning.
Good morning.
Hey. Mark Ross, what's your favourite type of foods for snacking on when on a diet? Generally, we snack on foods that are still linked in with the diet. So for me, I would snack on cashew nuts. I like my carrot sticks and hummus. And what's my other go-tos? Oat cakes. It depends what diet regime you're following.
Yeah, I think it depends on what stage of diet as well, of what your normal diet is like. If it's really just to kind of, I don't know, save boredom often, is really just looking for a low calorie, something to keep
Usually
you
100
occupied.
calories or less is quite a nice wee snack value.
But the best way I've actually found with clients, rather than thinking what should I snack on, we then just factor certain things into the diet and say, okay, well, why do you feel like you're snacking? And it's because maybe you're going too long without food. For instance, if you're dieting, you're trying to lose weight, then you're going to be in a calorie deficit, and your body's going to send all the signals for you to eat on a regular basis, and that's probably why you want to snack. So sometimes it's better actually looking at the meals you are having, calculating how much calories you should be having, and then splitting it over maybe more meals, so there's sort of less time in between the meals, and it saves you wanting to snack in the first place because it's all actually factored into your diet, rather than thinking, right, I've had my diet, my calories for the day, what else should I be snacking on? Is that a donation?
Hey.
Paulina's made a donation.
Happy
Hey.
days. Thank you very much, Paulina.
You'll sleep better tonight. I know you've made a donation.
I'm actually so happy she got a good night,
I know,
a night's
I
sleep
know.
anyway. It's always a start, right?
You guys should talk about Alpro dairy-free ice cream.
Ooh,
200
never tried
calories per 100, and it's plenty for, and so satisfying. Dairy-free ice cream sounds awesome for me. I love
Yeah.
ice cream, but my body hates dairy. So dairy-free ice cream, Sounds like a winner. Is it nice? I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to order some.
Yeah.
Greg Jicket's catching us live. Greg, you certainly are, my friend.
Happy
You
days.
certainly are.
Do something not boring, please. Like what?
How about we tell you to F off, Olivia?
Aye. Why don't you go do something else, Olivia?
Yeah, if you're bored, you can just leave. We're not forcing you to tune in to us.
Japanese, what was that?
I am Japanese watching from Japan. Both of you are doing a nice body.
Body is the back of the muscle. Oh, thank you very much.
Is the muscle of the back amazing too? How's that?
Now, Jane's saying the ice cream's really, really good. The
Really?
chocolate is like frozen Nutella, and the vanilla is also pretty
Ooh.
good.
I want to take a mental note of that. Alpro dairy-free ice cream.
Alpro dairy-free ice cream.
Yes.
4 magic words.
And if I turn up on a live next week and I'm like this, they'll know why. I love ice cream.
He's lost his abs. No. Just have Alpro tattooed across.
Yeah, I should
Just
be
stick
an
the label on it.
advert for Alpro.
Yeah. Cheryl's loving the gun show, I think. Welcome to the gun show. Loving this light. It's looking proper on your cameras.
It's like mystical, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you do a handstand? Yes, we can. Good
can.
morning from Texas.
You have to say y'all if you're
Y'all.
from Texas, Heidi. We love it when we hear that. You can snack all you want as long as you're consuming slightly less calories than you need to, bud. Michael Heatherton, I was at school with him as well, if it's the same one.
Would you get a tattoo? Evan, I've actually been chatting about this recently. I'm not opposed to tattoos. I just don't have anything that I want to have on my body for the rest of my life at the moment. Like if I was going to get a tattoo, it'd probably be something to do with my kids. But again, I've got my kids, right? I see them every day. I don't really need a tattoo at the moment, so I'm not opposed to having a tattoo. I may or may not get a tattoo at some point in my life, but nothing's driving me to get one at the moment.
No. I'm going to have this rule with my kids as well until they're of age. If they want a tattoo or anything, I'm going to say to them, look, if you want the same tattoo for an X number of periods solid without changing your mind or changing the design, then fair play. You wanted it bad enough. But the problem is, and this is where I fall into category, I see things, I'm like, that's pretty smart. Do you know what it is I'd like to see a rise in temporary tattoos. I know you get henna, but they don't seem to be popular. But I mean real temporary tattoos.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, there's loads of things I think that'd be cool. I'd have that for a summer,
Yeah, exactly.
right? But I wouldn't want anything permanent.
And it doesn't make any sense. Why is that not more popular? It's
yeah.
almost like, that's just a henna tattoo you're kind of drawing on yourself type thing. Yeah, it's strange. It's funny, I was listening to a podcast the other day and the guy made an awesome point. And he says, if you're prone to buying stuff, which I know I am, from Amazon, because Amazon's just so handy, like you think, oh, that thing, okay, I'll put it. So my go-to is I put something in my shopping basket. And often, if I want something, I'll buy it right there and then. And the amount of stuff, like I was looking at our Amazon basket or Amazon order list from the past few years, ordered so much stuff. And this guy was saying, he says, if you want to buy something, put it in your Amazon basket and then just wait for 3 months. If you still want it in 3 months, then buy it. And the amount of stuff that you'll delete is unreal, and the amount of money you'll save. And so it's the same as tattoos. If you really want something, then get your design, get it, put it up on your wall, and then save it for 12 months. It's only a year of your life. And if you still want the exact same design in 12 months, then great, get it done.
The thing is, I do understand people who get tattoos because of experiences. People have been in the forces and were maybe on a particular tour, maybe they had a life experience, or our man Joe, which he commented just up there, he was saying he's got his tattoo, he was a heart attack survivor.
Joe's is awesome, right?
There's a story behind it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, when they tell you see a tattoo, you're always that, and they tell you the story behind it. And I understand that. It's just so far I haven't had a particular story of my own that I would want to have tattooed on me. But that's not to say that it wouldn't happen.
I think of all tattoos I've ever seen, Joe's is by far the best. Just because, and no, it's not for the I mean, the design's cool, it's nice, but it's just the story and why he's got it. I'm like, yeah, that's something I'd get a tattoo for.
There's a former UFC fighter, I think he fights in Bellator now, I forget his name, but he's got this tattoo and it's awesome. It like follows all the contours of his arm, but he's got a strong left hand, so it makes his arm look mechanic.
Oh,
so
really?
like, when the guys are going up against him, and they all know to avoid his left hand, right? Because he's a heavy hitter. But it's just the one arm. It's tattooed all around the contours. It makes it look like it's sewn on. It's like someone else's arm. And I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing you can appreciate a tattoo on someone else as well. Sarah Rice, hello Kilted coaches. Now Sarah, you were on the stream on Tuesday, I believe, or maybe it was last week.
Yeah, I recognise the name at least. Any tips?
Getting rid of lactic.
What is it?
In the muscles.
Lactic acid in the muscles the day after training. Typically speaking, the lactic acid will be gone from your muscles the day after training. It's the damage to your muscles you're probably feeling.
Sometimes you might want to do what's known as active recovery. So if the muscles are still sore, getting out walking, bring a bit of blood to the air, a bit warm, and then stretch. It will speed up the process. Drink plenty of water. That's sometimes known as active. It doesn't just need to be walking. I mean, you could hop on a bike, or sometimes even doing some light resistance work. Yeah. Anything that brings blood to the area and then stretch once the muscles warm would be known as active recovery, and that can speed it up if you can face it.
Now, Paulina's jumped ship.
Oh. Question: which exercise would you recommend if I want to focus on slimming thighs? Let's see, slimming thighs.
I have knee issues.
Ah, yes.
So unfortunately, you can't really decide where your body burns fat from. You can just burn fat overall, and it will come from where it comes from. Yep. So Paulina, focus on the Everlean program. You know you're part of it. So let's keep focusing on the lessons and keep things moving. Try not to worry about your thighs.
Yep. And if you did want to just make your mind feel better, get a stability ball between the thighs, do thigh squeezes. It'll tighten everything up on the inside. It'll maybe make you feel better about them. That shouldn't aggravate your knees. Sally, both, but diet plays a huge role. I'm not really sure.
Soreness, cold shower after training also really helps. Yes, absolutely.
Right. Good old ice baths.
Yeah. Actually really good for your longevity as well. You probably live longer because it changes actually the what's called telomeres, which I believe are in your brain. And yeah, something that for a while scientists believe that you could never repair or replace telomeres. Once they're gone, but actually cold showers and ice baths do repair and replace telomeres.
So I remember we were on the retreat, we're like, right, we're going to have cold showers.
We did a half. It's like, hey, I've done it now.
No. The problem was I was having a couple of cold showers in the shower that was in part of the building attached. And the thing is, when you turn it to blue and you can see that you could make it warm, and you're like, oh, you've got nipples that could cut glass. Yeah.
So you can tell. Monkeys. You can tell that Olivia's new to the channel. She was the one who just told us to do something that's not boring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's just asking for a couple. Oh. For a couple of awesome coaches. Yeah. That's what we are.
Another one from Texas. You have to say y'all if you're from Texas because we love it. It's because I just imagine Cheryl saying y'all. Thoughts on cryo chambers? Ooh, that's one when you go in it.
So basically everything we're just saying there, Cheryl, about cold showers and ice baths and everything else, the cryo chambers do everything that they do but more extreme level. They're even better for you.
Here we are. There's a Swedish ice bucket at my spa.
Oh, I love it. No, build up to use it, and you cannot build up to use it, you just use it. Is it like walking 2 meters away and then turning back? And next week I'm going to go 1 meter away, I'm going to 1 meter away and then walking back. And it is going to be uncomfortable no matter how much you build up. All you're doing is actually playing tricks in your mind, pretending you're building up to it. It's going to suck regardless.
And go balls deep. Just get stuck in, basically.
Yes. Get it done.
Tina's asking, what's the best exercise for inner thighs? So wide squats, Tina, is good for inner thighs, and the exercise I was recommending for Paulina, get a stability ball between the thighs and squeeze. If you've got access to a gym, you can mimic that as well. Side lunges.
Or just get your legs wrapped around anything and squeeze.
Do you remember that?
I'll leave that one with you.
Oh, remember the movie Goldeneye, the James Bond one?
Uh-huh.
And it was Xena on a top, her name was, and she wraps her legs around people.
Oh, that's right, yeah,
crushes
them, yeah.
Yeah. What's saying? Cheryl's saying, I'm with Anne.
What did Anne say?
She said about, I guess it was cold. Hello, for North
the Nisbet experience is back on.
Oh,
not heard from her for a while.
How's the Nisbet experience doing?
Mind over matter, she says. If you don't mind, it don't matter.
If you lose your mind, it doesn't matter either, right?
Yeah. Right, we're going to call this one.
Yep. So any last second questions before we bugger off? Anything at all?
No, okay.
I'm bored, right.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice life, unsubscribed. So long, farewell. Wait, Olivia, there's something I'll spawn for you. You love that people come in, it's like, you've not entertained me, I'm unsubscribing. It's like, all right.
Can we all give a boo frickin' hoo to Olivia?
Frickin' who. Oh, Sarah's on, Sarah Patella. Have a great day. Later, Tina.
Right, we're going to see you all later.
Yep,
We'll love
so
you and
everybody
leave
look
you.
forward to Saturday. We're going to have progress pictures for our Everlean participants.
Yeah, our halfway point.
Halfway
It's
point,
gonna be awesome.
which is going to be cool. And what else is happening?
We got invited to a whiskey weekend.
In fact, it's almost on school night, right? But we can't make it.
Sunday to Tuesday. Looked awesome as well, right?
Yeah, I know.
It was like a big promo event, and there was going to be a lot of whiskey, and it's just like our ideal 2 days, right? But we can't go.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great week, and we will chat to you soon.
Bye bye.